London vlog. We're going to jump straight into it. Here's some footage of my journey from London to Qatar, and then from Qatar to Muscat. I did an indirect flight because it was slightly cheaper, and I prefer Qatar Airways as an airline anyway. As someone with fear of flying, I'm weirdly obsessed with aviation. It's just such an amazing feat of man-made engineering, and it just shows the lengths that human beings can go to. Look at this beautiful sunset. I'm absolutely obsessed. That's literally it for day one, because unfortunately a certain airline decided that they weren't going to bring my travel buddy's luggage on the first day. So that was the end of day one for us. We had to go to the airport and collect out her bag, and that was it. We saw this cute cat on the way, and that was the end. So on to day two.
So day two, we headed to Mall of Oman just to complete some errands that we didn't get to complete on day one.
The main highlight of the day was later in the evening, the Royal Opera show that we were going to attend. We actually had to head over to the Opera House ourselves to book the tickets, because from the UK we tried several times to do it on their website, but there were a few issues, so we decided we'll do it when we get to Oman. Now, we called them, they also weren't picking up as well several times, so we actually had to head over ourselves to book our tickets. You see, the grounds for the Opera House were absolutely phenomenal. It was like something out of a movie, as you can see in the footage. I am just obsessed with the architecture that was used for this place. This theme also continues in the inside, which is synonymous with traditional Arabian architecture. You will also find similar styles within Saudi Arabia and I believe Yemen too. This is actually synonymous with this region of Arabia, as Oman is right next door to Yemen, but this is with a modern twist. So, us being us, we arrived to the show slightly late, and you know, with opera shows, you can't go in late, so we had to wait for the first half to finish, and then we joined the rest of the show. It was quite interesting. It was my first opera going to, so it was quite interesting to see how things work out. The actual storyline of the show was quite interesting. It was based on a love triangle, based in a royal setting. The layout of this theatre was quite synonymous with many traditional theatres we have in London and in Europe. However, certain tweaks and details within the layout of this place was really synonymous with traditional Arabian architecture. As a whole, I really enjoyed the show. It was a bit long, but it was very interesting to see, and you know, the crowd gave the actors a standing ovation. The crowd was actually dressed to the nines, which I was very impressed by. They gave us these Phantom of the Opera style masks, which was actually perfect in time for Halloween, and roses, and we kept those as memorabilia. But after this, we headed to a restaurant nearby as we had booked some reservations, and then we called it a night. Right guys, day 3 was our most busiest day of the trip so far. We had planned quite a few things, and the first stop was the iconic Sultan Qaboos Masjid. The grounds of this place were just simply phenomenal. It gives gardens of paradise, I swear. So there's actually quite a cool history behind this mosque. This mosque is obviously named after the late Sultan of Oman, Sultan Qaboos, who just died a few years ago. I believe he commissioned this mosque in the 70s or 80s, I believe. The lady gave us a full rundown of the history of this mosque, which you'll see later in the video. I don't know if this is because this was the main mosque in Muscat and in Oman, but the architecture for this I noticed was slightly different to other mosques that you come across in the Middle East, may potentially be due to the style or inspiration that is taken for this. My favorite part of the mosque was the courtyard, as you can see on your screens. I was absolutely obsessed with the alignment and the geometry and how much light was going into this place. This is the main prayer hall for the men. I believe they said it can take up to 8,000 worshippers at one time. As you can see, the blue carpet is rolled out because there are only certain hours that you can visit the mosque, and this is in between the prayer times. So we visited during that time so we could get a proper tour. Now, this huge chandelier you can see, I believe is one of the biggest chandeliers in the world. This video does not do it justice. It was absolutely majestic, huge, and I believe it was covered in real crystals or whatever glass they used for that. Absolutely phenomenal. And this was the main showpiece of the men's prayer hall. Now look at this absolutely monstrous, ginormous size of a carpet space. This carpet is not possible to bring in one piece. So what had actually happened was the people who manufactured the carpets, I believe in Iran, had actually brought it in several different pieces and reconstructed it back inside the hall. And they said that it was actually constructed by local Iranian women who were brought to Muscat to reconstruct the carpet inside the mosque. So to end the tour, we were headed to the Islamic Information Center to learn more about the religion and why this mosque was built. So true to Arabian hospitality, we
It
offered
actually was designed by a
tea
British
and dates,
consultancy.
and I believe
who had
coffee
an
too.
Iraqi
I'm not a
set.
coffee fan,
Okay,
but
Iraqi
here
British.
is the lady
This is Zahra
explaining
Hadid.
everything. So listen,
Okay.
good.
Okay. I don't think that's his name, but maybe I have to double check because I also remember. Okay. It's the consultancy name is Quad Consultancy. They won the tender, and then the vision of the mosque actually is to bring different Islamic civilization together in one so one community. Yes, so that's why you see a lot of design. Like if you have taken a stroll, we have 2 hallways that are segmented into 6 different sections. So you have 12 in total. That is, every section is talking about specific civilization from a specific era. So the designs of the niches from everyone is from specific countries. So you have Turkish, Indian, Moroccan, Arabs, Mongolian, not Mongolians, Mongolians, I think. And then that's why it gives you that historical vibe. The inside of the mosque as well, the designs are also coming from different parts of the world. Everything in the mosque is coming from different parts. So we have all the sandstone here is coming from India. Because if you go to northern India, they have all their castles are made from this sandstone to mimic the desert. Okay. Yes. So all the Muslims, if you go to their castles in India, you see this color. The wood is bought.
What an interesting conversation with the tour guide. She was incredibly informative and gave us a quick rundown of the history of the mosque and Islam in Oman. Now it's time for us to head to our next destination. Of course, Amoauge, the main reason for my visit to Oman. I won't go into too much detail in this segment as I went into incredible detail in the Amoauge factory tour, which is the previous video on this channel. So please check that video if you want to find out all the tea and the behind the scenes of Amoauge. So now it's time for us to head back to our hotel and freshen up as we were going to try some Omani food. We visited this traditional Omani restaurant called Bait al-Luban. So originally we were sat inside, but the waiter was so lovely and actually moved us outside to the terrace. So I believe what I ordered was the Omani mishkak, which is a Omani delicacy. Excuse my language, guys. This dessert was fucking amazing. Basically, it was like a date cheesecake. Obsessed. Then we headed over to Muttrah Souq, which was a 5-minute walk from the restaurant, and my friend checked out some rings and we called it a night. Day 4 starts with us rolling through the Omani countryside as we were heading to our first and final tour of the trip. This clip just does not do justice how crystal clear and blue the water was. The sun glistening and gleaming off the water. It was just absolutely perfection. It was like something out of a movie. I cannot believe that this is Oman. This is what I've been missing out on all this time. Maldives who? Oman is here. Absolutely beautiful. So we booked an excursion to tour and hike Wadi Shab, which is one of the main valleys or oases, I don't know what you call it, in Oman, which is quite popular with tourists. So we decided to come with a group that we had found on TripAdvisor. Once we had changed into our swimwear, we had to hop into a speedboat from the car park to the other side where we would start our hike into Wadi Shab. This was my first ever hike, so little did I know what was about to come of me on this. All I must say is thank God for the people in my group because they were the most amazing and caring. Especially my friend who I came with. God bless her. So after about allegedly 45 minutes and 30+ degree heat, we had arrived at the Wadi. As you can see, we are in the water enjoying the coolness after that horrific hike. Oh my God. I'm just testing out this underwater camera thing for our phones that the tour guide recommended that we get. And as you can see, I'm having fun with it. So the plan originally was that once we get to the Wadi, we're going to, play about in this main part, in the beginning part for about 10 minutes. And then after a while, we will now go to the main cave. So it's like a long stretch of water that goes all the way to the cave, right? But I actually didn't realize this, but my friend realized. And she told us after a while that they're going to the cave. I said, absolutely fucking not. I'm sorry. I know how to swim. I'm a strong swimmer, but sometimes in life, you just need to know where your limits are, especially when it comes to your life. I only have one life. I'm not trying to mess about with it. Even though I was wearing a life jacket, I still was like, no. I feel happy and safe here. The fact that I can't even see the bottom, and also the fact that I can't even touch the bottom, is enough for me to be like, yeah. So she too also decided that she was not gonna go, that she thinks she's cool with just staying with me. So we just played about, we mucked about and had fun, swam, chatted with the multitude of other groups that had arrived after us, and just enjoyed the vibes. It's funny because in London, people are so reserved, but in general, as a person, I'm quite chatty and I like talking to people. And this is something that I really enjoyed about the trip in Oman. Everybody was so friendly and open to talking, having a conversation, and just getting on. The locals and tourists included. I really enjoyed talking with some of the other tourists that were present on this tour. We met some amazing tourists from other countries in Europe, like the Netherlands, France, China, Japan, I believe Russia too. And it was absolutely so amazing. So after we waited for the main group to come back from the cave, we started heading back. And the way back was much, much easier and quicker. But there was a multitude of people who were just starting to come towards the Wadi, even though we had finished at the time. Just to let you know, all the fruit and veg that you can see in these clips on the Wadi Shab are actually all cultivated by the locals, which our tour guide informed us. I think that's really cool. I believe the town that's attached to Wadi Shab is called Tiwi. Oh, that wasn't it. We had gone to eat and we made our way to our next stop, as you can see, which is the Bima sinkhole. Bima is another town which is about a 20-25 minute drive from the town Tiwi where Wadi Shab was. We just came to visit the sinkhole, have a nice swim and relax. And they have a lot of those mini fishes that you see in like those tanks that clean the dead skin off your feet that they normally have in like Thailand and stuff. So yeah, me and my mate, we were just dipping our toes in, getting a load of that, and my mate actually did it the longest, and she said that like literally at the end her feet were so soft. So yeah, Bima sinkhole was nice, but I didn't go into the middle because for some reason there were no sort of life, like those rings that they normally have like next to like bodies of water just in case someone starts drowning. Yeah, there was nothing like that, as you can see in the clips. Absolutely nothing. So you're on your own. And I ain't risking that. So just be warned if you ever go to Bima sinkhole. So a bit of history and meteorology, I guess, behind this sinkhole, but it was allegedly formulated when a few however many thousands of years ago, a meteorite struck into a part of the earth and it landed right into Bima. And so now we are in Muscat, and I can't visit Oman without visiting some local designers and seeing what they have to offer. I love fashion in general, so I decided to visit this Omani designer's store. The store is called Gala Muscat. I'll leave the details in the description. And my God, how beautiful were the abayas that were in this store. Absolutely radiant. And just my luck, a lot of the abayas were on sale. Guys, I spent like £300. I don't know if I should do a haul, I'm not sure, but yeah, if you're ever in Muscat, make sure to visit them. As you can see, we quickly went to Amoauge in Mall of Oman the following day. As I stated in the Amoauge factory tour, unfortunately, the set that I wanted was out of stock in the Amoauge factory gift shop, so I made my way to Mall of Oman to check out the Amoauge store here. But this store, the decor was absolutely phenomenal. I love it. I love architecture and decorations. Just look at this. So yeah, I just caught that, and yeah. Alright, so I'm obsessed with Gissa. I've been hearing a lot about it on TikTok and YouTube, social media in general. So this was my chance when I was in Oman to get it, because unfortunately Gissa is only available in the Middle East in person. Obviously you can order it online, but I need to smell it. I don't believe in blind buying. I'm so sorry. I don't know how y'all do it, but I don't believe in that shit. So I did check some of that stuff out, and I decided to settle with the Legend of Valley set. Here's me, Naronak, and I settled with Samo, and you can see everything in my perfume haul, which I'll be releasing later. As it was our final day and Muttrah Souq is not that far from our hotel, we decided to touch back base and to see if there was anything we missed that we wanted to get, and grab a few souvenirs and gifts before that was the end of our trip. So me and my friend, we parted ways. We didn't go back to London together. She went straight back to London via Abu Dhabi, and I was going off to Doha. I spent 48 hours in Doha just to check the scenery out. Let me know if you guys want a vlog of that. Honestly, it wasn't that interesting, to be honest. I was quite ill and I wasn't really feeling it, so I didn't really enjoy Doha that much, but I definitely have to go back soon for a visit, as I feel like I missed out on a lot. But yeah, that's the end of the Oman vlog to pretty much. Let me know what you guys think. If you want to see, I might potentially do an abaya haul for the abayas that I bought in Gala, but definitely have an upcoming perfume haul from all the perfumes I bought on my trip to Oman. And yeah, just to let I will be posting a lot of travel stuff as well on here, but this is mainly a perfume channel. So let me know in the comments what you guys think, what you want to see, and if you have anything you just want me to know. Thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing, liking to my YouTube, and check out the rest of my videos. Watch this space. Mwah. Bye bye. Also guys, I am a beginner. I'm a rookie. I'm new to this whole YouTube vlogging thing. So please forgive me for the fact that this entire fucking video was filmed in portrait mode. I know. I realized way after I had come back from the trip. I was like, oh yeah, this is going on YouTube. Why did I film in portrait? I meant to film in landscape. So yeah, I promise all videos after this will be filmed in landscape. I know it can be annoying and frustrating to watch, but please bear with me.